Alright, so of all the Pixar films that I've seen, this one is by far the weakest. But I'm not saying that Brave is a bad film by any means. I still think it's a really damn good movie. But this film definitely has problems, like serious ones. Why? Well, I'll tell you after the story. We have a princess named Merida from Scotland, played by Kelly MacDonald. Well, she basically is basically following the rules of her mother, or Queen Eleanor, played by Emma Thompson. But of course, they go through that cliche that the princess has to marry who the mother wants the princess to marry and stuff. So they basically form an archery competition. Well, kind of like a Robin Hood or something. But she basically enters in and then gets gets all bullseyes. But then she gets into trouble with her mother. Or after getting into an argument, the mother goes far, or by putting her bow and arrow that her father gave her, or into a fire, and then she runs away. Yeah, it's kind. Yeah, we've seen that one before. Well, haven't seen that one before. But anyway, let's keep on going. So along the way, she comes across these wisps as a stuff, and it leads her to a witch, or who only gets a few minute cameo, and basically or gives her a magical dish, but actually turns, instead of just making the mother change, she actually changes her. The thing changes her into a bear. Haven't seen that one before. You see what I'm getting at here, people? So of course, like a lot of these cliches, they basically try to form up a friendship, and stuff, and then we find out that if the mother doesn't turn back into a human on the second sunrise, she will be turned into a bear forever and actually turn into an actual predator and begin her inner carnivore. So, sorry. So, yeah, it's basically that's the biggest issue I have with this film. It's a Disney animated film in Pixar's clothing. I will admit the animation does look like Pixar. It's just the story. By no means bad. It's just this could easily be fitted for a Disney animated film than a Pixar film. Plus, the witch character is the other problem. She's only in the movie for like a couple minutes, and that's it. She could have been like a really cool witch, or make her into a villain. That would have been a cool idea. But, she's just more of those other characters that has modern day references and stuff. At least with Aladdin, the genie had a reason why he would do something like reference movies and stuff, because he's a magical creature. I know the witch can do something like that, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. And plus, the film does feel pretty rushed a lot of the time. And plus, the parent-child relationship is pretty standard. I mean, it's very nice, I will admit, but I would just love to see something new with it. We've seen this before, like in the Goofy movie, for example, or like how Max tries to connect with his father, or Goofy, and in Freaky Friday. The one with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. That's pretty much the one I've seen. I know there's one with Jodie Foster, but the 2003 one is also the one I know. But yeah, I bitched about the movie long enough. What is it I really like about this movie? I really love the animation. I mean, it is really beautiful. It is a gorgeous looking film. The backgrounds are very well done, and honestly, the rest of the film looks like it's it's like a live action film instead of a Pixar film. Of course, the character animation is still the Pixar animation that we all love to see all the time. The characters, Merida, for example, I actually really enjoyed the main character, Merida, and honestly, I used to think that she was like the hottest Pixar character to me. Wow, she's pretty. And honestly, I think she's got such a beautiful speaking voice. I mean, such a beautiful Scottish accent. Especially from the actress. Oh man, I love it. Queen Eleanor, Emma Thompson does a really good job. Her little brothers are very adorable characters, and all the other characters that we get to see can range from being memorable to be really, really funny. For example, there's the father character played by King Fergus, played by Bill Connolly. Oh my god, Bill Connolly is the best part of the movie. He is friggin' hilarious. He honestly makes this movie just like how It's kind of like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. Or like he's this good-hearted person, and then well, that's what the father is. He's a good-hearted person and just wants to have a lot of fun. That's where Merida's personality comes from. So, the orchestra done by Patrick Doyle is actually pretty good. The guy who did the orchestra for Quest for Camelot. And I guess that's pretty much what I have to say. The last third of the film is actually the best part as well. The first 2/3 are great. The first 2/3 are pretty enjoyable, don't get me wrong, but the last third is great. Alright, especially with the climax. Alright, and the sad scene where Merida's like crying for her mother and stuff. I think that's beautiful. I think that was wonderful. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I have to say. So overall, I personally do think it's a good film, really good, but it's definitely my least favorite Pixar film. So I am glad I saw it. I definitely won't mind seeing it again. So if you haven't seen it yet, I guess there'd be no harm to go ahead and check it out. At least to watch all the Pixar films. If you have seen it, what did you think of the movie? Just comment below, follow me on Twitter and Facebook and Stardust. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and I am the Bostonian Critic, and I am signing out. Take care.